Alright guys, so today's video is going to be about Toby, our neuter person. This is from the 1980s, very interesting stuff. This was before all the woke stuff. We're going to see kind of where they stand on the behavior compass and kind of figure out what's going on with our good friend, okay? So, without further ado, let's get
with me that I'm this ignorant?
No.
Because I think
let's start from the start.
I don't know. I guess if I thought in my head and did all the physical things, I could be a man, correct? But you don't want to do either of those.
I don't want to do either of those.
You want to be a neutered person.
Yes.
A neuter.
Neuter, not neutered.
Right, neuter. All right. Are you annoyed with me that I'm this ignorant?
No.
Because I think I am. I mean, I don't really, like a lot of people, I guess, I don't really understand all of this. If we take a break and we come back, will you explain it? I have a million questions.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Yeah, so right off the bat, I'm getting some deviance and novelty. You know, maybe this good fellow isn't trying to be deviant and have novelty, but the way that they carry themselves, I feel like they give off that vibe. So I'm gonna go with that for the decision model. Let's see what else.
Just joining us, we were talking today about something that's really fascinating. This is Toby, and Toby is neuter, and we have been, I have been, excuse my ignorance, trying to understand it. Toby, you seem almost proud of the idea that you are neuter. You could be male and fit in with society, or you could be female. I mean, there are ways of doing that today with medical science.
Why should I?
But you don't. But why don't you want? Why should you? Because, well, there are girls' schools and boys' schools. You have to put down one or another on all kinds of forms, on driver's licenses and things like that. One would think it would make your life easier to choose one and go with it.
In the 80s.
Easier by the standards. You're a woman.
Right.
There's a lot of discrimination and prejudice against women in this society. It would make your life a lot easier if you would just have your sex changed and become a man. You could fit in better, you would get more professional credibility, you would have a better chance for advancement.
All right, but I can't change what I am, or I don't want to.
Which is it? You can't or you don't want to?
Either.
You can have a sex change.
You could. One could.
One could. I could, you could, anybody could. Most people don't.
But isn't it complicated in a whole world that's set up for men and women?
It's complicated.
It is complicated. But why choose to do something that's complicated?
I did not choose to exist. Finding that I exist, I determined that it's a good thing that I exist. I like being who I am. What?
Okay, I get internal locus of control here. I like being who I am. This isn't, you know, him talking about how, or him, it, I guess. They are not talking about how they wish they were born a different way. They have taken this in stride and just decided to become neuter, and they aren't kind of, you know, letting life blow them in the wind. So I would like to pick
Why should I try to be anybody else?
control for that, for sure.
All right, that makes sense. People are probably asking, why are we talking about this today? And one of the reasons is, of course, that the purpose of what we try to do here every day is understanding. And that's why Toby said, okay, let me try and explain. Now, just like me trying to tell you, well, Toby, it's easier being male or female, I'm sure doctors and parents and people have been doing that your whole life, haven't they?
Yes. We can do all these things. We can give you hormones, we can give you surgery, we can teach you behaviors and role-playing and train you to fit in as a female or as a male. We can rearrange your body and put chemicals into you, and it'll change everything. Well, why bother?
Must be a heck of a fight, you know? That's what I'm thinking. It's going through my mind, what a difficult fight. Number one, you don't have a pronoun.
Right.
I can't say, this is Toby, he. Now, I used he, but you would prefer me not to use he or she. We don't have a pronoun in English.
An ideal language would have a pronoun. Again, do you change yourself to fit what's outside?
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm just
This
saying
is the opposite of
how
conformity.
difficult. Maybe in a way, though, all of life is or should be a fight to be the best of who we are, not changing ourselves. I mean, that's something that you hear about. I'm sure people.
You know, I want to put strength because this whole situation is kind of just highlighting the strength that they want to put into their life. Like, I've done this and I'm not swaying or choosing to be male female. I'm gonna be what I want to be, which is neuter. So I'm gonna put strength.
People are fascinated by your sex life.
Yeah, people are a lot more fascinated by that than I am. What sex life?
You have no sex life.
That's right. And it's not just a matter of not having the equipment, because professionals have been very, very earnestly and sincerely helpful in explaining to me all of these things that I can do, even without a penis or a vagina. And I sit there and I listen to them and I think, why on earth would I want to do that?
I'm getting left gestural hemisphere tendency. When he's thinking about these things, he's going up this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that.
Toby, if you don't have the feeling for sex, if it isn't there, if you never knew that it existed, which in effect you don't, then it doesn't become a major number, right?
No, it doesn't. When I was 16, I was at a clinic where all these professionals were telling me, you can get a prosthetic penis made, and it will exactly match your skin color, and it will be exactly the right size for you, and you can strap it on, and you can have sex with it just like a man. And I sat there and I thought, what good would that do me?
Because you don't desire it.
Well, even if I did desire it, this is a piece of rubber. It does not have any feeling in it. It's not a part of my body. It's just, I might as well leave the thing home for my so-called partner to play with while I go out to a movie. You know what? If I'm going to... If I'm going to be having a relationship with somebody, it's got to be me in that relationship, not some contraption that some doctors make.
Do you have any relationships? Do you have a relationship?
I have lots of relationships. I have...
Okay, a romantic relationship.
How do you define romantic?
Romantic.
I'm also gonna go with self, the pronoun self. They talk about themselves pretty much the entire interview. They don't really talk about team, us, we. They don't really talk about others much as well. It's mostly just about how they live their life and what they do.
Interesting. Toby, it's almost as if you got here from Mars. I mean, I'm beginning to feel I'm in a sci-fi movie.
I feel that way
Romantic
too.
is...
The difference is that I am the stranger on your planet, and you've got all these other people around here that are from the same planet you are, and I'm all alone here.
Okay, things that feel good. It feels wonderful to kiss somebody.
Yuck.
Yuck?
Yuck.
Yuck, no kissing.
As the negative adjective, yuck.
Okay, it doesn't make you feel wonderful to kiss.
No.
It feels wonderful to hug and hold somebody.
That can be nice.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
When you feel that wonderful, that's nice, do you want to do anything more?
Not very often. I mean, what do you mean, anything more?
You want to get even more of a feeling of wonderful.
I think I can see where you're leading, and I'd like to lead you. There are all kinds of things that can lead to. All right, let me give you an example. I have a relationship that has been going on for almost 12 years now. We live together, we sleep together, we hug and cuddle a lot. There is never any genital contact except in cases where the other party needs assistance with personal hygiene. We're going to be together permanently. Is that a romantic or a sexual relationship?
No, it's
a
love.
loving one.
It's love.
All right, if I tell you that the other party in that relationship is my dog, does it make any difference?
Toby, you just tricked me.
Why? Why is that a trick?
Oh, because we assumed that you were in a relationship with a human.
If I were to be in a relationship with a human that involved that degree of closeness, it would have to be somebody I loved at least as much as I love my dog.
You never met a human that you loved as much as you love your dog?
No. I have a permanent lifetime commitment to that dog.
You could to a human.
I could, but I've never met anybody that seemed worth it.
Wow.
Toby, you're absolutely fascinating. What's scaring me is that I'm not sure you might not be right. I mean, I believe we're all put here for some kind of a lesson. Maybe not for ourselves, but maybe even for other people. And I'm trying to figure out what the lesson is, Toby.
And figure it out, tell me, write up lesson plans and quiz people.
Not that way. Not that cold, cut and dried. Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Does it therefore not make sense that maybe God planned you to be the way you are?
That opens a whole can of worms there that I'm not really prepared to get into.
Okay, you don't have to talk about it.
I think more along the lines of God gives people the strength to do the best they can with whatever they get.
Toby, does God make mistakes?
Well, if God does make mistakes, far be it from me to try to correct them. I don't think God made a mistake with me.
Good answers. Toby
Take a
has
break,
very
we'll
good
be right
answers. Wow, he stumped her, though. Betamax Booty, thank you very much for uploading this video. So what we're missing from this behavior compass is these three and the values. So, and the left and right-handedness, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe we can look at his wrists or their wrists. It's not that important. But as far as visual, auditory, and kinesthetic, I really...
Then it doesn't become a major...
They talk about feeling certain types of ways, so we're going to go with kinesthetic. I don't really see them talking about, I hear things happening, or I hear doctors saying things, I see doctors saying... He's like, I feel doctors they're always doing this, that, and the third. So, as far as these three go, he's obviously not looking for approval or acceptance. I'm gonna go. I kind of want to go with significance here, but I could be wrong. I want to go with significance only because they've obviously gone to great depths to prove that they are big and strong and important, and they don't want to go down the paths that doctors want to take them down. So I would go with significance here. I also kind of want to put intelligence because he does use a lot of interesting vernacular that kind of, gives off that, for lack of a better term, like a nerdy kind of feel. So I'll put intelligence as well. And then as far as the values go, I want to go with freedom. Freedom because they don't want to be held down by society's standards. They're not really interested in connection unless it's with their dog. Information, I don't really see anything there. Recognition, maybe recognition because they're sitting with this young lady to get an interview. But other than that, I'm going to have to go with freedom. And that basically wraps up the behavior compass for our good friend Toby. If you have any disagreements or agreements, please let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, and do all that happy stuff, alright? Thank you guys, and peace out.